Will I be replaced by AI?
You'll definitely be replaced, but not by AI, but humans who are using AI effectively. So, people are looking forward to automations and AI in the space of blue collar jobs.
Even I'm just trying to compare how evolution has happened so crazily. 2019, I was building a machine learning model to summarize the text. So where do you think that game is going on with how much AI is a good AI? What advice you might give to them about upskilling themselves with maybe top three frameworks or top three programming languages, or what should be their go-to resources where they can just jump in and acquire that skill and get in the job as AI engineer?
Firstly, do not go for AI only because it's in the market. So let's deep dive how to identify good and great manager, or what is my philosophy to for being a good manager.
I can see the women leadership is now rising in AI space and everywhere else, otherwise in corporate as well.
We definitely have to get in the race with as US and China so that we are self-sufficient. We do not want to rely on those models.
In India has workforce, but it doesn't have strong resources to equip that workforce and work on things.
AI, because AI would be doing everything over the coming years. So working at all becomes optional. So working hard
Yeah.
though is not required anymore.
Do you like
Sure.
Delhi more or Bangalore more?
Delhi.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to third episode of this podcast series. Today, we're gonna focus mainly on artificial intelligence and women leadership in AI and corporate mainly. That is going to be a main agenda of this podcast. And today, we have with us a guest who's a AI leader, and she has a 17 years of experience, four plus different industries she has worked into, which is really exciting. And in fact, I had an opportunity to work with her 4 years back, I guess, and we had created some HRTech solutions, which was really interesting, and we used modern AI technologies into that. So we'll definitely talk about briefly about that as well, that experience of working together. But the main focus is AI, women leadership, and few rapid fire rounds for fun at the end. So that's brief about it. And Prerna, I'll just open forum for you. Maybe you can just brief about yourself, talk about yourself, your journey so far. Yeah.
Sure. Hi everyone. This is Prerna. Thanks Deepak for this opportunity. It's great to be in touch with you and be in this podcast. It's a pleasure to talk about AI and women leadership, both being a very key topics in the industry right now. Everybody is talking about AI. People feel AI is very new. It's been there for years, but yes, it's been in the limelight for the last 4 or 5 years now. So great to be here, and yeah, looking forward to an interesting discussion.
Thank you, Prerna. Maybe we'll just jump in with the very interesting question that the entire humanity has at the moment. Will I be replaced by AI?
Great question, and I'm sure this is the question in on the top of minds for everyone watching here and people reading about it. Will I be replaced by AI? I'll say you'll definitely be replaced, but not by AI, but humans who are using AI effectively. So, in a nutshell, technology changes every 2, 3 years. If you are not updated, you'll definitely be replaced. AI is still not in that advanced mode that it can replace a human.
Yeah.
Human has much more power than we think we have. We have emotional connects, we have logical thinking, problem solving abilities, which AI is limited right now. It cannot think about heartbreaking ideas because what it knows right now is all about our previous documents and text available in the social media and on the internet. So definitely it is restricted, and it is restricted by us. It is we who are training it, and definitely we are evolving. AI will evolve, but behind us. So you will be replaced, but people who are using AI would be replacing you in case you do not upskill.
That's what even that guy who Jensen Huang, the founder or CEO of Nvidia, he told the exact same thing, that AI won't replace you. The people using AI will definitely going to replace you, and that's truth. I think we being in this space for a long time, I think we understand that and kind of have an intuition about the same. And one interesting think or a thought along with that is there are two categories of revolution which is happening. One where how soon the tech is going to be replaced, where people who are doing software stuff or anything in the digital space people are doing, I think they're going to be replaced. And one where people who are non-techy, like plumbers or electricians or farmers, I think that's a lot of a physical work, and people are not going to be easily replaced there. So, what's your thought on that? These two spaces?
Yeah, white collared and blue collared jobs typically.
Yeah,
Yes. So people are looking forward to automations and AI in the space of blue collar jobs. Like they would be more than happy to get replaced in case we can do the physical work. Very unfortunately, things are not progressing that fast there. We are making technologies, machines, but they are not that advanced that you can replace human. But in the field of white collar, like algorithms and automation and doing software codings, marketing, finance, all these, education, these all sectors are easier because there's a lot of data available for these jobs. A lot of documents being written over it, lot of social media, Quora, and many algorithms are written and available online for these jobs, which are solving people's problems. They are getting into issues, they are referring to the internet, they are getting the solution. So those are the learnings which AI is picking up and then building on it. Unfortunately, we do not have such great documentation in the other area, and that's the reason why AI is not picking up in that particular area.
yeah,
I would be like, all of us would be really happy if all our household chores are being done by AI or a robot. Nothing
yeah,
like it. So, but
yeah.
definitely there are places, and maybe the next evolution would be in that area as well.
Yeah, nice. I was just washing my clothes an hour back before this podcast. So yeah, I can relate that. Like once, if somebody who can do my nowadays, there's a different term of home manager happening everywhere. I think AI home manager would be interesting and fascinating profile going forward. Yeah, so I totally relate to that. You being into this space for more than 16, 17 years now, have you ever thought, like maybe 16 years back or 17 years back, that we would arrive at a place in just in a software and digital space where we will have something like cursor AI, where you just write in English and it gives you the entire application of code within 30 minutes. So you can literally previously, like 10 years, 15 years back, if you want to build something like software or website, you needed an entire team, like front end team, back end team, database team. Now just cursor is doing the whole job within 30 minutes. So that 3 months has turned literally into 30 minutes or 3 hours. How do you see that change happening over the decade?
Yeah, frankly, I've never expected such a game changing technology coming over. Like 3 months compressed into 3 hours. That's
Yeah,
what we are into right now. And I had never imagined it that it would become. Deep inside my heart, I definitely thought that AI should become the bread and butter for every industry, and not only in the research labs. I wanted it to put to actual good use case. So we started AI 16 years back. We were debating about whether AI and automation is the same or no. We had machine learning, we had predictive analytics, we had statistical analysis. A lot of
yeah,
models we built was using statistical methods, lookalike models. But what we thought that time was, yes, it would be a game changer. AI put to good use would be a game changer, but that a simple U-turn, that would was not thought of. That time when I had explained machine learning algorithm to a client, they were like shocked. Okay, well, they used to look at us as if we are magicians. Uh, on the other side, there were clients who were like, this is all bakas. This is not at all relevant. Our experience talks about it. You tell me that rice and flour should be placed together because data says it. They're like, we do not need AI for that. Our experience tells that they have to be put together. So those were the times when we wanted to push AI solutions, but we never got that credibility. Now it's a game changer, but I'll say we've seen the dinosaur age of AI. In 2012, we got a hint that something big has coming when ImageNet came. AlexNet came. That time we thought there's something going on,
Mm.
and it would be bigger than larger than life kind of solution. But this big, definitely. Today, as you mentioned, cursor, right? I have cursor and I keep experimenting, and I am not into front end so much. Years back when HTML was there, I had coded there, but React and uh, I was not into front end much. And within 15 minutes, I could actually build a complete website using cursor. So definitely, AI is ghosting us in all ways. The things we need to understand now is and be very careful about is whether AI is giving it correctly or no. We are getting ghosted by AI. Like whatever it is
Yeah.
returning, we are accepting it. So in the future, I see it will still be a game changer, but the inflection point would be whether we know how to judge AI or no. And that would be a question for everyone in the future, that do not blindly believe AI. Think
Yeah.
about it, measure it, and then take a decision.
Yeah, of course, I think that's a very good advice because AI evolution and every single business is crazy about AI at this point. That everybody wants that jargon that we are empowered by AI. But a very interesting question that we all should ask ourselves is how much AI is a good AI? Because uh, if imagine a world where everything is automated, every single work like digital world, physical world, everything is automated, then what's the point of our existence as a human? That why are we even there? Like if you cannot experience it, if you cannot express our emotions to anything, we go to work and we express to our colleagues something. I think once work stops, then I think that part of that human touch is going to be lost. So we really need to take a step back and really think about how much AI is a good AI.
I agree.
I think you mentioned about the experience about few years back about ImageNet and everything was happening in 2012. I remember 2018 or 19, where I was building some of the machine learning models, and even I'm just trying to compare how evolution has happened so crazily. 2019, I was building a machine learning model to summarize the text. So we had a requirement that the news articles in United States that comes on their websites, that might be 100 sentence or 150 sentence of news article. Now,
Yeah.
if you want to summarize that 150 sentence into 8 sentences, then there are two ways. One is abstractive summary, another is extractive summary. Abstractive summary is just turn that 100 line into 6 lines, but do not lose the context of that news. And that's what we were building. While building that, there was no ChatGPT at that point of time. So we literally started from LSTM, by LSTM, all those models, encoder decoders, and then went on to GPT also. In fact, we used GPT-2. GPT-3 was not even a thing back then. And
Right.
that time we didn't realize that one day GPT is going to be dropped. ChatGPT will drop one day, and then that's going to change the whole AI game. So from there to 2025, where if you want to subtract like abstract any particular news article or any text of 100 sentences, it's just a matter of copy pasting into ChatGPT and ask that, okay, please summarize it. So,
Right.
and then what we were building, that took us 1.5 2 year to build one single model, and that was with the 80% accuracy. That was not even 90%. So things have moved really really fast, and that is just in less than 10 years, I would say. So I
I
can completely understand what you're saying there. Yeah. All right. So with that, I think that gives me. So I want to come back to that question again because now what's happening around the world is we wake up with ChatGPT and we sleep with ChatGPT nowadays. So the first search and last search is generally either ChatGPT or Claude, and that brings to the question that how much AI is a good AI, and what is your opinion on that? Where if everybody's using everything for AI, then would that impact anything in our thinking capabilities? Because even if you are just searching to move from Mumbai to Pune or Mumbai to Delhi, you want the shortest route, and people are not thinking uh, much about like themselves. They're not thinking and pushing that pressure onto their brain much nowadays because things are become a bit easier with AI. So where do you think that game is going on with how much AI is a good AI?
So I'll take this in two parts. Like first, how much AI is good AI, and earlier we had three essentials: roti, kapda, makan. Right now it is roti, kapda, makan, and AI.
Yeah,
So it's that era
it's a nice
now.
way to put it.
Yeah, so that's become part and parcel, like starting from checking your email, summarizing emails, to doing homeworks for my son. Everything is using AI in some way or the other, right? Right, rather
Yeah.
cooking, traveling, as you said. But I'll cite an example which happened just 2 days back with me. I was just planning a trip to Hong Kong, and
Okay.
I just asked Perplexity, it's on our mobiles, right? The AI tool, that okay, give me hotels in this particular budget for this particular dates in Hong Kong. So it gave me a hotel which was a Marriott hotel, and I was surprised that it would not be in this budget, and I had already checked it out that it was not there in this particular budget.
Mm.
So my next question was, which site does this hotel come in this particular budget? And it went on thinking, 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 and went for an
Yeah.
infinite loop.
Yeah.
So coming back to the question, how much is good? How much AI is good? AI is that much AI which you can validate is good AI. You ask me, might not be knowing anything about medicine domain right now. So should I ask AI to prescribe me a medicine? No, because I would not be able to validate it.
Yeah.
So that much AI which you can validate is good AI. Do not blindly trust AI. That's point number one. Secondly, whenever you are using AI, use AI as a assistant. Do not replace yourself with AI. Like, do not start with AI. When we say prompt engineering, the prompt contains our thoughts, and based on that, AI replies. So, first step is always you have to think. You cannot just say, plan me a trip. You have to give
Yep.
details. Plan me a trip to this particular destination on these dates. I want a relaxing holiday. I want a hectic holiday. I want to cover all these. So, the first step is you have to think what you want and then tell AI to do. So uh, maybe you want to outsource your dirty work to AI, the repetitive task or something which does not require a lot of thinking, a lot of problem solving. Give that to AI. But keep
Yep.
the authority part, the responsibility part, the decision making to yourself. That whether you want to check, like, believe it or no. I generally do it three ways. Like, if it is a thinking thing, I go for Claude. If it is a regular task, I use ChatGPT. And there are other tools which I use for different things. In case there's a very critical task, I generally take two or three AI tools,
Yep.
give the same problem statement to all the three, and then
Mhm.
combine it based on my decision making. So I'll advise the same thing to everybody. AI is available freely to everyone, so make the most use case out of it. On the other point, there might be things which you think you can do yourself. Do it yourself. Take a review like thing from AI tools. For example, you're writing an email. You draft
Yep.
your email. Maybe it would take just 5 more seconds. Put it on AI tool and check in case you want to customize it, enhance it, or something. So that would just add some cherry on the top for your cake. So that would be my advice. That how do we use AI in current world? Thirdly, definitely beware of the hallucinations AI is doing right
Yeah.
now. There are a
That's
lot of
important.
hallucinations. Facebook's algorithm could actually change the election results for US, and that's
Yep.
become very popular. Like the way the news articles were given on Facebook, the algorithms which were running, that actually could change what people are thinking in the United States, and that actually changed the election results. So we need to be very careful how we are using, and do not be affected by AI. Like, apply your own thinking. Do not get affected by what AI is giving you.
Yeah, of course. Why does AI hallucinate, by the way? I've heard about it a lot. Like, in fact, I also got an opportunity to work on GenAI, but not in terms of hallucinating AI. And first of all, I think I would like to understand, why does it hallucinate? And if it hallucinates, what is the solution to fix that?
Sure. So I'll go one step beyond. before. Like, what is hallucination? Just for our audience, like, hallucinations is when AI is giving wrong outputs as compared to what you were asking for. Those we are calling as hallucinations by AI. Like, it is
Mhm.
overthinking. That's
Yeah.
what why we call it as hallucinations. Sometimes what happens is, just assume AI to be like a overexcited child who wants to answer everything. So even if you have a question and it does not know the answer, it will try to answer something or the other. So that's when it hallucinates. So incomplete information is the major source of hallucinations. Although there are guardrails which we can keep, and even ChatGPT and other AI tools are putting that guardrails. How they keep putting the guardrails in, they always tell that if you do not know the answer, do not answer and say I don't know about it. So
Yeah.
that is one way. Second is, rather than going by only prompt engineering, maybe a very elaborate prompt also might hallucinate. Rather than going by that, you can always go for RAG methodologies, where we are retrieval augmented generation, where we tell AI that this is your source of information. We limit the source of information, and the hallucinations are reduced because it would answer only based on the available information. So it
Yeah.
would not go to some generic information available on the internet. It would not go to wrong input sources as well. So that is also a way to eliminate these hallucinations.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Well, you mentioned some of the frameworks that we might need to use to build the AI, and I'm sure a lot of youngsters who are like 20-year-old into college or fresher into the industry at the moment, who wants to come into this part of the world, the AI world, and work here, build AI solutions. What advice you might give to them about upskilling themselves with maybe top three frameworks or top three programming languages, or what should be their go-to resources where they can just jump in and acquire that skill and get in the job as AI engineer?
Sure. So I would say, firstly, do not go for AI only because it's in the market. Go
Yeah.
for AI if you're really interested in data, if you like seeing data, if you like working with data, because the crux of AI is data, good AI. If you have really bad data, your AI would be really bad. So if you're really interested in data, you like data analysis and insights of data, definitely go for AI. Top three frameworks for graduates, I think the first topmost is Python. Python is the easiest to learn as well. It's very similar to your normal English language. It's easier to learn, and majorly our Python, our AI algorithms and everything are written in Python, so it's easier to understand and easier to implement as well. And then I would say and along with that, the associated machine learning libraries like scikit-learn, NLP, all those come along with Python.
Yeah.
That's first. Second, I will say, learn about the machine learning algorithms, linear regression, logistic. That would help to understand how AI works, neural networks, and then go for our generative AI, LLMs, and
Yeah.
SLMs, how they actually work. Learn about their ways. Most importantly, learn about how to measure the performance of LLMs. That would be the differentiating point between you and any other person who's using AI. Because
Mm.
generally, everyone in this world right now who has access to AI is using it without the knowledge whether this output is good or no. By looking at
Yeah.
an output, you can't really say whether it is good or no. So there are metrics like Rook, there's F1 score, there is truthful QA, many metrics which define the performance of an LLM and the
Yeah.
outputs. Learn how to measure AI. So that's how you would be able to differentiate and decide upon which model I want to use for which use case. Thirdly, AI is not only good if you've just made a model, it's working fine. You need to deploy it in production, right? So you need to learn about the cloud methodologies, AWS, GCP, Azure, all the three of them. AWS is the most prominent right now. But yeah, any of this would help. And interchanging between them would not be a problem. If you've learned one cloud, how to deploy your models or use, say, Amazon, Bedrock, SageMaker to deploy machine learning models, generative AI models. and use it in production real time. That would be a differentiating factor as well. So these three, on top of that, if you have really keen on learning more AI, learn SQLs, that so that you can actually make data more curated,
Yeah.
more easier to absorb with the AI, and uh, more QA'd, I'll say, more QC'd version of data without all the errors and extreme positions. So all those that would help to curate your data. Good data will definitely give you a good model of AI.
Yeah, definitely. I couldn't agree more. Once I heard this line, so I go to a lot of these AI events whenever I get an opportunity, and I heard one of the line that slipped into my mind that says, "There is no AI strategy without data strategy." So data is very important, and that was in one of the Snowflake event. I guess Snowflake is in the database world, and they said it. So yeah, that resonates with me as well. And thank you for all the suggestions. And so one of my cousin is really preparing for entering into AI world. I'm going to send this clip to him. It looks like an
Definitely.
important one. And talking about the frameworks, what confusion generally arises for somebody who wants to jump into this world is, let's say I'm a 22-year-old who wants to build a startup, and I want to understand that which AI tool is best fit for me because I have tons of options. And now
Yeah.
I'm confused that whether I should use ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, and there are plenty of other tools which I can go ahead with. But which one should I opt for? And that there is some decision making criteria which I do understand roughly, but I would like to have your opinion on that. That how what is the decision making factor that makes me use? Okay, I'll go with Perplexity, not with ChatGPT. What I understand is all these tools are they do have some subject matter expertise in some sense that if you want to understand fintech and marketing, maybe Perplexity is the option. If you want logical reasoning and programming level stuff, then ChatGPT. Then if you want to draft an email, Claude is the perfect because Anthropic models are trained on that. So likewise, I do understand it roughly, but yeah, I would like to have your opinion that how do I choose AI tools?
Sure, like there's no one strict rule for this. It's just generally my experience how one tool is better for one particular task rather than the other. So for reasoning kind of task, Claude is the market leader as of now. So any reasoning kind of question, any logical problem I need to tell, I generally go with Claude. Any generic work or making a website or something like that, I go for ChatGPT. For coding tasks, Google Gemini. So that's how. Like it's this is all influenced by articles on the web on which model is performing better, but this is from experience, but I'll really advise our listeners to go to Hugging Face, go to the leader portal on Hugging Face, where it shows all the LLMs and their ranking in terms of Q, Rook score, truthful QA, all these metrics. Now, why these metrics are important? Because according to your task, for example, I'm doing a task on, say, mathematics, right, where accuracy is important. So I want the math score for that model to be best. So you can find which model is best for the math score. If you are doing for a summarization task and you do not want any wrong summarization, truthful QA is the one which I want to look at and then see which model performs the best. What is the difference and why these scores vary between the models is all lies in the training data they have. So a
Yeah.
model which is good in the coding would have been trained on a lot of coding data, and that's the reason it is very powerful. Similarly, all the models are trained on different data sets, and the volume also matters. The more the volume of training data, the more generalization and the more accuracy you'll get. So do not believe me, do not believe on any article you read. Identify your task, which category does it belong to, for uh, which particular metrics is important for me, and then accordingly decide. I applied the same principle while doing the use case for summarization of a resume in one
Yeah.
work. So we had this thing, we wanted to summarize a resume in 5 pointers,
Mm-hmm.
and so that the HR, the sourcer person who's screening the resume does not have to go in inside it. They just have to
Yeah.
look at those 5 bullet points, and then they know the candidate well, for select or reject, and then they can go in detail. So
Yeah.
obviously this is not a mathematical task, it's a thinking task, and it requires the output should be really accurate without any changing of data here. So
Yeah.
I went with the model which had the most the highest truthful QA in this matter, and then selected the model which was open available in the open source community. So that's how you decide. Definitely, if you want tips, that's like thinking. Claude is the best. Website, ChatGPT, coding, Gemini. So these three are my top three frameworks which I use currently in my daily life.
Yeah. Awesome. I think it's all just trial and error, that somebody who wants to understand which tool works for them, just try it. If it works for you, good. If it doesn't work for you, then drop it and take some other AI tool. And that's how I
I'll
think
give
you
you a
learn more.
very interesting conversation which I had with one of my colleagues. Like
Yeah.
I was doing the prompting for say Claude, and then I was like, okay, it's giving me output. Well, no, I'm doing it, it's not working. Like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
familiar with Claude, I am doing it, and it's working. And then the whole thing summarized to the thing is, Prerna, the LM understand your language. It does not understand my language at all. So if you can crack the language of the LM, like in the future, this would be like, if you can, your communication skills will not matter to your human. It would matter how good your communication skills are to a robot or to an AI model. That would
Yeah.
that's what we call prompt engineering, and that's what will matter in the future.
Obviously, yeah. It's crazy how communication skill has expanded to that level where it's not just about giving speeches anymore in the school, but you also have to have a good communication skill set if you want to interact with AI agents. So yeah, it's a crazy transformation that has happened. Yeah, so I wanted to also deep dive into the leadership world of experience that you have, because you come from a very rich background from corporate and IT, and you might have seen tons of managers throughout your career. Yeah, before you becoming a manager, of course, you might have seen a lot of managers. Now there's a very good debate of good manager, great manager, toxic manager. How do we identify that? And if in your opinion, what makes a manager a good manager? And then maybe we can get into leadership after that. But yeah, we will let's start with that first.
Yeah, like manager and managing people, I'll definitely say it's easier to do yourself rather than managing and getting work done. But I've been fortunate enough, I've got good managers, and I've got great teams who really comprehend me as a manager as well. So let's deep dive how to identify good and great manager, or what is my philosophy to for being a good manager. uh, I generally, the phenomena, especially for AI world, is learning will never stop and has not stopped for years, and it will not stop. It is a day to day, hour-to-hour activity. So learning is two way. I learn from my team members. I encourage them to share. I share topics with them. They share back with them. So it's learning is a two-way process. I am
Yeah,
not in the commanding position. They might be much better in a particular topic than me. They might be having a great knowledge on a particular thing, and I would not be having. So with the evolution, AI is having one person cannot read everything. So
yeah,
when this team comes together and shares their silos of information, it becomes a really good place to be in. So that is there, I keep asking my team members to share knowledge, and I keep sharing. So it's not one person communicating, it's a two-way communication which happens. So that's one. Secondly, I'm always available for my team members, like, and a good manager definitely is available. Many times you do not have a solution for their problems, but even speaking to them makes a huge difference. If
yeah.
I have a
It does,
conversation with
yeah,
a manager, at least he or she is there for me. That's the
yeah,
only what people need sometimes. This prompt is not working. Okay, let's try this. It's not working still. Okay, let me also try. You also try, and we'll get back after 1 hour.
Yeah.
Instantly, after 5 minutes, my team member messages, "Oh, Prerna, it's solved. It works." So what happened? I
Amazing.
didn't do anything,
Yeah.
but it made a difference that I was available that time. So good managers should be available at all times, even if you have got a call and you are really busy. Just saying that, okay, I'm busy, can I call you 5 minutes back? It's fine, rather than ignoring. The thought process starts in case you are ignored, right? What's
Yeah.
happening? Am I being ignored? Am I
Yeah.
being My work is not looked after, my promotion is at stake? All those
Mhm.
thoughts start. So always answer, come back. So many times I do not speak to my manager, but my team members that never have this problem at least.
Yeah.
So that happens. So how do we identify good or bad? Good ones, definitely you don't need identifier, but bad managers, definitely those red flags. People who are very insecure are generally the ones who tend to become the red flags in the
Yeah.
industry. People who will not want to upskill, and they are very insecure of the knowledge their team members are acquiring. So those
Mhm.
are the old ways when the leader or the manager is supposed to know everything and educate and transfer the knowledge to the juniors. It's no
Yeah.
longer, but people are still with the mindset, and if they are not able to cope up with the emerging trends and tools in the market, they try to dominate their juniors and do not want them to rise up, because they do not want anybody in their team to know more than them.
Yeah.
So that's how they tend to become the red flags. They'll never give you the credit of your work. They'll try to take the credit. They'll ask you to give the work in advance and then showcase it to their managers and leaders later with all the credit to themselves. Obviously, in case something wrong happens, okay, the team did it. Something good
Yeah.
happens, I
I
made I did it. So definitely these are red and green flags. Very important, and I'm citing this from my personal opinion, personal experience. I have been equipped with both good and bad managers. Like every time there was a competition, like if my immediate manager is not that great, the manager's manager was very good, and somehow it came and helped out. So, in my personal experience, I've also always learned more from red flags, from the bad managers more. How? I'll say they have always put me in really challenging positions.
Yeah.
Like I'm not aware of, say, one particular thing. They'll definitely give me that task, and then put me in on spot.
Yeah.
And I love challenges. So being in that position, I realize my potential is far beyond what I think of.
Yeah.
So those managers have always helped out in this. Like it was like a blessing in disguise. They being with bad managers have helped out a lot. So in industry, everybody would face both type of managers. You need to identify the ones. If you're able to identify, and you know what the bad managers are worried about, they are always worried about their insecurity, their visibility. If you are able to take care of them, there is no way they'll not transform.
Yeah.
Make them so dependent on you that they cannot function without you. So that's the
Um,
key to success. Definitely, in case things go beyond, definitely raise your
Yeah.
voice and take things in a good manner. But in case doable, try this way out. You'll never know how things turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think very well said. I couldn't agree more on that. In fact, I have in my 10 years of career into career play corporate, I have seen some very good leader who lead with empathy. This is what my perception is, that people who are generally empathetic towards your team members, that they do not see a person who's doing wrong as somebody who's a criminal. then I think that that sorts a lot of things. That you just treat everybody with empathy, try to understand the pain points and work upon them, and after that, I think everything else falls into place. Whereas I think the bad leader or a bad manager in the organization, generally there was, I think I read it somewhere that if you want to spot that somebody who's a very bad manager or the company who has not so good leaders, just try to identify that in last 3 years who got replaced or who got fired. If most of them are juniors and seniors are still sitting there, then
True.
definitely that's a red flag company and red flag leaders probably in that company. And yeah, and we have gotten an opportunity to work with some exceptionally good leaders when we were working together. Like I love Girish. I'm just remembering him. Girish was amazing. Girish, Astosh. I think these were some of the good names that comes to my mind when there's a good leader. They really care about your growth. They're not
True.
just there to get the work done, but they do care about your growth. That what are you learning, what are you not learning. Like Ashutosh once literally gave me a document saying भाई तू ये पढ़ ले यार ये ये तू पढ़ ले और इतना मतलब तेरे resume में कुछ add हो जाएगा. And then literally in next 3 weeks or 4 weeks I got to learn those things that was very helpful for me in my career. So yeah, there are good leaders, and obviously there are some toxic or bad leaders to identify. So yeah, guys, this is helpful. And with that, maybe we'll just talk about the leadership part, but from woman perspective. I see that throughout the world, or especially in India, whenever I go into these events, I see male leaders more, and there's nothing discrimination happening here, guys. This is just out of curiosity that I can see the woman leadership is now rising in AI space and everywhere else, otherwise in corporate as well. But how do you see this evolution happening over last 16 years? And what is this? What is the current status of the corporate world? Where is there? Do you see that woman leadership is rising, or do you see any challenges?
So, talking about the participation of women currently in tech, it's around 20 to 25% as per the statistics. And if you go within AI leadership positions, it's like hardly single digit numbers. Reasons are multifold, like there are personal reasons as well, professional reasons as well. But yeah, definitely, women rising in this space has been a challenge. I'll start from engineering times. Like we had a class of say 80, and there were only 10 females.
Yeah,
So the inequality starts there itself. The unequal proportion starts there itself.
yeah.
So and there are drop offs at every stage, like
Mhm.
your marriage, your children, and everything, responsibility, work life balance. Our society has been in that particular, that the primary responsibility of taking care of the house has always been with the woman, and the
Hmm.
primary responsibility for getting money in the house has been the male. So that primary responsibility is still same the same, and although the secondary responsibility is coming in, people are changing, their mindsets are changing, and I'm really happy to be blessed with family and professional people around who are encouraging women in this space. So, and a lot of my career also goes back to support which I have back from family and people around. So why people are less in this, like females are particularly less in this field from AI perspective, is a lot of core skills which is required in AI is data and more of statistics, logical thinking, which are generally assumed to be for the male society, and girls or females are more creative on the creative side of science. So
Yeah,
you generally say, right, you have a logical mind or a creative mind. So these two
yeah,
distinctions which are kept, although that's not true.
yeah.
People who are creative who are logical as well. So that brings the first place where drop-offs happen. Then a lot of pressure from learning community, like you have to continuously learn with the AI evolution, you have to continuously be on top of everything. If I don't study for a day also, I lose out maybe years of knowledge. So that's how it is happening right now in AI. It's not now it's not only the doctors who always have a book in their laps, it's AI
Yeah.
people also having a book in their hand every day. I have learning portals open right now also as we are speaking, in my Chrome tabs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so balancing learning with household and your work becomes little challenging with women, because women are generally very like they do multitasking a lot. They do not focus on one particular thing, they are doing multitasking, so learning infinitely becomes a challenge for them. So
Mhm.
I feel that is also one of the reasons for the drop offs. Third major, and this comes out of my corporate life.
Life.
I
Definitely.
enter with with my laptop and my book to a meeting where I have to present. I'm
Mhm.
presenting an AI solution, an algorithm. Done. Everybody is listening, very attentively listening,
Yeah.
but they have queries, and I have my teammates, male
Mhm.
counterparts. The queries are being asked to that male counterpart. Why?
Interesting. Yeah, exactly.
Why I built the algorithm, so
Mhm.
we I should be asked. So the original assumption that this is the girl who will be presenting,
Yeah.
but work the technical backside is from the male community. So that
Mhm.
mindset definitely is changing now, but it will take more years to come to change, but it's there in current landscape as well. So there are people who still feel that women are not capable. We have to continuously strive to prove ourselves every day, both at home and at work. So it's like a continuous fight which we have every day. Uh, I also feel some days it's too frustrating. Okay, let's leave job, or let's leave something or
Yeah.
the other. So it's a continuous fight with yourself, with the community, uh, just to pursue your dream.
Yeah.
It's basically people who are climbing up the ladder are only doing because it's their passion, it's their dream. The pressure from earning money is definitely not there, because it's not your primary responsibility, it's the male counterpart, unless and until people have financial reasons for it. But these are the mainly reasons why very few women are climbing up the ladder, not only in AI but in all spheres of life. They are facing the challenge.
Yeah.
I am really happy. I see things changing.
Yeah.
Male are also contributing equally to household now. They are taking responsibility, and they are genuinely with the heart, without expressing it's very evidently. No, I am supporting. They feel it as a responsibility, and they're taking it very nicely. So that's encouraging to know. If things continue this way, definitely more women would be there up the ladder. And as a leader, I think women are more empathetical. Like, they are more caring. They can think from multiple angles as well as leaders. So people who are there on the top, they are really successful.
Mhm.
So I feel women can do really well if they are in the corporate world, especially as leaders.
Yeah.
uh, let's hope we get more women leadership, and the next time you go to a conference, you get more leaders, women
Yeah.
leaders.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel the same. And it's sad that how society still has part of that mentality until like in 2025 also, and now entering 2026. Um, I see that because in my experience as well, the women counterparts who I've worked with, sometimes they need to scream 2x harder to prove that okay, I'm capable enough. Although the work everything remains exactly same that everybody's working. So I've seen that. At the same time, I see one part of the world where people are genuinely respecting, appreciating the woman leadership, and especially like in the corporate world we have Women's Day celebration nowadays. There are the leadership do recognize that okay, the Woman of the Year award should go to woman, Man of the Year award should go to men. I think that was not earlier. I don't see that happening 10 years back. It was just Employee of the Year. But now I think that has changed a bit so that we have good segregation of those awards as well. But yeah, things are moving, and with the new generation, I would say the new generation coming up, Gen Zs and Gen Alpha. I think Alpha, Beta, Gamma. I don't know how many more generations are coming up, but this new generation is definitely do not have those blinkers which the other previous generation had. That masculine, toxic masculine mentality, I guess, which masculine mentality is amazing. The world should have it, but toxic masculinity becomes pretty annoying at times. I do see that around as well, but things are moving good and hope for the better future. And I'll definitely see some good woman leadership when I go out in the next AI events. I hope so. Yeah, with that, maybe I just want to touch a, a part of how India is moving towards AI race, because I want to also understand from you being a AI leader, and you represent a good part of this AI community. Where how do you see this nation is moving as a India is moving towards AI? Because nowadays we see China drops DeepSeek model. China is doing crazy job with AI, and we see it everywhere in the news, in the media. Even the content creators are visiting a lot of China space, China AI space. United States is pretty much doing a great job on that as well. I don't know about any other country who's doing equally good job, but US and China is definitely up there. How do you see India is into this race? Are we there? Are we still about to jump into that race, or how do you see it?
I think we are, as India, we are yet to jump into that race. Reason being, primary the resource limitations. Talking about Amazon Web Services, the clouds, the servers.
Yep.
Primarily, we have in the USA. We have very few places in India. The recent one being Hyderabad, which have recently opened their data center.
Yep.
So these give us the limitation of resources. We definitely need more GPUs to be there to train the models. So in case we start afresh right now, also we need a lot of resources, which includes GPU, energy, and everything to train these algorithms from scratch. A lot of people would be there, a lot of data is required, so a lot of investment in times of money and people is required to start in this race. And our data being the data which is available for everyone. We do not have any localized data which is only for India, where we can train our models. What we can have advantage is having models which understand multilingual capabilities, which have multilingual capabilities. That is an area which India is rich on, and the heritage which India has. A
Yeah.
lot of languages being spoken. So a lot of these barriers can be overcome if we can build multilingual models from scratch, which understand and write and speak in those languages. Just imagine the number of people in India who are, or percentage of people who in India who's actually speaking English, whereas
Yep.
US and China, they have only two, like one of the languages respectively. They have only Chinese, Mandarin, and the other ones, but
Yep.
English is the only one which is there in US. So they would
Yep.
not be investing in multilingual models, or they do not have that rich data also available. What we
Yes.
have distinctly is this. uh, that is one thing which I think we can exploit.
Yep.
Secondly, as we touched upon earlier, our blue collared jobs, right? That area which requires a lot of innovation, we can actually jump into innovating in that particular sphere, which contributes a lot of population in our India. Like 40-50% of our population are into agriculture. So innovations there, like taking data which can help the farmers, help for physical, or even if they have queries, connecting them to the correct resources, correct people. If they have problems with irrigation or anything, they can connect
Yep.
in their own language to the people who can help them out virtually. That would solve a lot of problems and be very helpful. So we definitely have to get in the race with as US and China, so that we are self sufficient. We do not want to rely on those models. So definitely, I think it's just a matter of time and we'll be there. But additionally, this would be our turning point or our USP, to be able to progress India as a country and solve a lot of issues. So I would like India not to be just in the race, but do something unique which is beneficial to our country only. We should move out from the mentality of only selling our services to the US or other countries. We should be able to sell our services within our country and make our country better than the others. So, with GCCs coming in, it is one of the signs that people see the capabilities in India and they want to establish their own companies within India. So the global capability centers are definitely on the rise because of this reason. So I don't see any issue in that rising with if we invest correctly in this. Definitely, we are going miles ahead, and definitely will be beating the other countries, US or China, in terms of generative AI and any other sphere as well.
Yeah, well said. I mean, the AI and IT and corporate backbone that India has, I think no other country has at the moment. We have the strongest IT backbone in the world, and if we just use it wisely, then we'll be there. And I do understand that US, China are far ahead in this race compared to India. I mean, India has workforce, but it doesn't have strong resources to equip that workforce and work on things. And at this point of time, I don't even see good initiatives that governance taking.
Right.
And they're not. I mean, वो interested है ही नहीं पहली बात. I think I don't see any AI discussion happening actively in Parliament either, and that's where I think we are lacking. We are discussing more of other stuff in Parliament than actual stuff in AI and the race. But hopefully that will change in future. Let's hope for optimistic future where things are moving. In one of the problem that I see with AI in India is that the workforce that we have, it is equipped with a lot of things which we do provide as a service. As you also said that we do provide service to US, China, not China actively, but US mainly, and UK and Canada, all these Western countries. Uh, all our IT folks are providing services to them. I think we need to bring that culture of Atmanirbhar Bharat for AI as well, where we build our own stuff, deploy our own stuff, and start using it. And we do not have still DeepSeek moment of India. I think China had a interesting moment where they dropped DeepSeek and the entire AI world was scared with that. India is not there yet. I think we are doing great in terms of Chandrayaan and the space technologies and all those stuff, but not with AI. But yeah, let's be hopeful that वो भी change हो जाएगा एक दिन.
Very soon we have our global teams for not global, the Indian team for data scientists rather than only space scientists. I think that that's important and required as of now.
Yeah, definitely. All right. It looks like an interest. We are just close to 1 hour, but with that, we are entering the very interesting segment of this whole episode, which is rapid fire. Are you excited for that, Prerna?
Sure. Already.
Um, yeah, I'll go with the first question, which might be okay. I'll just go with the question and I'll see your reaction. Do you like
Sure.
Delhi more or Bangalore more?
Delhi.
Okay. Have you been
No
to
question.
Bangalore?
Yeah, I've been to Bangalore and multiple times. I've traveled to Bangalore like from 20 years back also and recently also. So I keep traveling to Bangalore. Apart from the weather, which is changing now, I feel Delhi is superior in all other ways. So Delhi
Yeah,
food, clothing,
of
roads,
course,
infra,
food.
everything.
Food. Food
People.
is amazing here. Let's not even debate about the food. Delhi food is best. I mean, I tried last Sunday. I went to Lal Killa, Chandni Chowk, and few other places like Jama Masjid market. I think they have a very good non-veg food outlets everywhere, and it was the best experience of food ever. Since I've been in Delhi from last 1.5 month, and that was my best day for in terms of food in Delhi. So yeah, Delhi
Correct.
food is amazing, and I do understand when you said immediately Delhi, and I do understand. I do understand why is that. Yeah, Bollywood or Hollywood?
Bollywood.
Okay. In Bollywood, like who do you like the most? Any actor? Pick any favorite actor.
The actors keep changing. So there were times when my childhood times, Ritik was there. Now it's there was Shah Rukh in between. Now it's so it keeps changing. So nothing consistent. Ranveer. So it all keeps changing. The things which I like about Bollywood is the music. I love the music. It's great. It's very soothing, and I can relate to the words, especially the lyrics. Hollywood I like more for the beats and the tunes, but lyrics definitely Bollywood. So when you're depressed, you have some particular music choices. When you are excited, you
Yeah.
have different. So definitely,
Yeah, yeah. We all need Arjit Singh, isn't it?
yeah.
For our
You all
depressed.
need Arjit Singh. Yeah, true.
Yeah. Have you watched Durandar yet?
Not yet. I could
Yeah,
not
it's a,
get 4 hours out of my schedule to go to the movie. Yeah, but
yeah,
yeah.
it is. So it's a long movie. I don't know if I should say this or not. I didn't watch it in theater, but I watched the movie. So now you are smart enough to understand. But it's a great movie. Like I loved it. Right from the first minute of the movie till the last minute, it is
Okay.
engaging. It is um, it is scary how things were uh, being planned against India from the neighboring countries. But yeah, interesting movie. I would recommend you to watch it as well.
Sure. As we speak, I'm just thinking about people who are really into fast forwarding, modding, seeing in 2x speed movies. I think maybe we can should build some AI models to summarize the movie, concise the movie, and play it in half an
Yeah,
hour.
yeah, yeah. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Like, I just realized when you said it, we don't have any movie summarizer yet, right?
Not
Do
yet.
we?
No.
Okay,
We-
interesting. Yeah, guys, just comment it if there's any movie summarizer that you have come across. Otherwise, we will build it along with Prerna. I think Prerna will lead that team as well, and we will definitely build.
Yeah.
All right. Friday late night deployment or Monday early morning meetings? What do you like?
Monday early morning meetings. Friday night deployments are
Crazy, it
crazy.
fills your whole weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely. And it's more difficult to chase people who are like, okay, they are in a party and then attending, okay, what went wrong and everything. Prerna, I'll be back. And they are not in the mood to fix anything, but definitely they'll say, yeah, I'll be back. So
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
Monday morning.
Of course, yeah. I had this one crazy experience once with Friday night deployment. We deployed something, we went to party, and then production broke after that. Client called us saying that guys, something is wrong, please. So we literally sat in the restaurant with like opened the laptop and fixed everything from there for next 1 hour. So
Oh,
so there are instances, and even I am of the same opinion that no Friday deployments. We stopped literally Friday deployments after that. We never deployed after that incident on Fridays. Just Thursday deployment, always directly on Monday.
true.
So yeah, I do understand it. Early bird or night owl
I'm an early bird.
or
Like,
afternoon pig. One of my guests gave me this really good option of early bird, night owl, or afternoon pig.
so I'm an early bird. Afternoon are like okay, it's difficult to be in your full consciousness in the afternoon. So definitely early bird. I can wake up at 3 a.m. I can study. Nights are difficult. Nights are really difficult. So my focus times are early mornings. No disturbance. Yeah, you're quiet unless until somebody gets disturbed while you are awake. Otherwise,
Yeah, 3 a.m. is crazy. I mean, I haven't heard of anybody waking up at 3 a.m. But it's good. It's Brahma Muhurat, I think, with that ideology as well. It's a very good timing. But
yeah.
yeah, people find it difficult to wake up at that time. But since you are doing it already, nice, good job. Um, any AI task that you just want to automate? That भाई ये बड़ा boring काम है, मेरे को नहीं करना. It requires a lot of manual stuff, repetitive stuff, and हाईली प्रोडक्टिव भी है लाइक मुझे पता है कि क्या होने वाला है सो डू हैव एनीथिंग इन दैट माइंड इन योर माइंड सेइंग दैट ओके ये मैं ऑटोमेट करना चाहती हूँ समथिंग लाइक
Ordering groceries and comparing it with all the available sites and then ordering.
दैट ओके आई थिंक वी डोंट हैव AI yet for that but you would like to automate that first yeah amazing chai or coffee
Chai.
Chai. Okay, nice. I'm a coffee person, so yeah. But I've a lot of my friends who are chai lover. They don't even look at coffee. I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Any.
I'm okay with cold coffee,
Yeah.
but I need my daily tea for my. I want to wake up with my daily morning tea. That's like non-negotiable.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously. Any book or resources? Any one book that has changed your life so far?
Um, there was one book I on women like that said that it was about how do you get over after your maternity, or if you're experiencing within, how to get over that depression or so one thing which it said was for women, especially for women, is do not try to be a superwoman.
Yeah.
Be a little I'll say be a little disciplined, but be a little okay with yourself, like you are not a superwoman. Be it's
Yeah.
okay, it's okay to ask for support, it's okay to ask for help. Take help as and when required. Do not try to do everything, because the moment you try to do everything, you do in parts and everything fails, and then it spoils your mood and your work as well. So that's what it changed, that be empathetic to yourself as well. Take out time for yourself, because if you are happy, then only you can make others happy as well.
Yeah.
So that thing in that book, the whole book was about that only, that how do you manage things well without overburdening. It's okay to be happy. You don't have to look stressed all the time that you are
Yeah.
working so hard. Don't pity yourself. Be take out time yourself, pamper yourself, eat chocolates, go to the salon, take time out. But live life like any other man does. Don't always be the one, okay, I am the one who's being pitied, I am the one who's suffering. That really doesn't help out. So
Yeah.
the whole book was about that only. So that's one book which a very small book, but yeah, it definitely changed my thinking.
Nice. What was the name of that book?
I'll get that book name again for you.
Yeah, we'll put that in description maybe. Yeah.
I'll definitely put it
And
in the description.
yeah, and I think I would like to say like this to main as well. Like, don't try to be a Superman. you can also you cannot also do everything, guys. You'll have to, like, everybody has their role in this world, and as Nikhil Kamath says, hard work is not that important. So people sometimes just show up that I'm working too hard. I'm working too hard, but no, that's not that important, guys.
Yeah,
Relax
citing
and chill.
from the recent conversation of Nikhil Kamath and Elon Musk, uh,
Yeah,
work would definitely in the next coming years it would definitely become an optional thing. Like you
yeah,
don't have to work. Money will become obsolete. It would be
yeah,
all the game of energy when you really need only energy to sustain your AI robots and AI algorithms. You just need AI, because AI would be doing everything over the coming years. So working at all becomes optional. So working
yeah,
hard though is not required anymore.
yeah,
So I would love to see that time when work becomes optional, money is not important. Not sure about our future generations. What would they be doing? Or they'll be just chilling out and doing a podcast like we are doing. So let's
yeah.
see how things unfold in the future.
Yeah. With that, I've just got my reel. मैं cut करने वाला हूँ इतना part. This is interesting. Yeah. Then, if you want to describe yourself in one line, 25-year-old Prerna, what would that be?
Uh, 25-year-old Prerna. Inspiring.
Nice.
So my name also means
Prerna.
inspirations.
Yeah, exactly. Ironically, isn't it? Yeah. Prerna means, so guys, for English viewers, Prerna in Hindi means inspiration. So yeah, and she just said that 25-year-old herself, I think she describes herself as somebody who's inspiring. Good to know that. And with that, I'm done with my rapid fire round as well. Any closing remarks, Prerna, for our audience that you want to sum up?
Closing remarks. Definitely, there are so many things to discuss, and it's been a great session here. I would say just two, three things like stop overthinking. I think we are all scared of what AI does have, right, for us. What would work look like when we maybe 5 years down the line, maybe 1 year down the line? Really, marketing would be important, not important. Education sector totally revamped. Really, do we need finance people? Do we need front end people, back end people? We don't know. So that's not in our hands. What's in our hand is upskilling. So I think with this weekend, coming weekend, or whenever you get time, start building something. Like maybe take three
Yeah.
actions. One is build something, like take a Kaggle data set or put it on GitHub. Do something. Not only read, but do something. Because what happens is when you're doing some things, you're naturally reading and then doing. If you're only reading, you do not know whether you're assimilating it or not. So first thing, definitely work, build something this weekend, and broadcast it on GitHub. Put a blog on it. You'll feel that happiness coming in. Second is a lot of thing is about connection and how do you market yourself. So just see, maybe just message 10 people on the link on LinkedIn and say, okay, just for a coffee chat or anything. There might be 8 people who will definitely ignore you, but 2 will respond, and those can be game changers. You might find your next idea from them, or you might find an opportunity which you were not aware of. You might just learn something new which they are experimenting and you did not read about. And AI is all about knowing everything. So that connections definitely help increase your learning efficiencies. That's the second thing. And thirdly, I think go for what you want to do. Like apply for a job if you really want to apply for a job, even if you are not 100% qualified for that. You're 60% qualified, that's fine. Apply for it. Go ahead. In the stride of things, you'll start learning. So all in all, one thing is start learning, but not only learning, but putting it to action. Build
Yeah.
something new, maybe a very small data set, an classification algorithm, a summarizer. Take our ideas from our movie summarizing, make
Yeah.
some content
Exactly. Yeah.
on
We
it.
just gave you one idea, guys. Come on.
Definitely. Like we are here, even we are giving our ideas as well. You don't even have to think about that or any other idea which you find useful. The crux is if your idea is able to solve some problem which people are facing or they are spending a lot of time on, that's a win win situation because time is money. So if you
Yeah.
can use time wisely, make people use their time wisely, nothing like it. So, and all the best for all the people who are starting their AI journeys or planning to take up AI or already in that sphere and a little scared about how things are unfolding. Don't be
Mhm.
scared. It's just a matter of time. You are there. Keep learning, keep upskilling, and AI will take care of everything. You just have to go along with it.
Yeah, definitely. Time is definitely money, guys, and just build it. Don't talk. Uh, Keep on building stuff, and even I would say the exact same thing. And we totally echo with you, Prerna. This session has been really, really, really wonderful, and I have, trust me, I have done tens of different questions of different genres at this point of time. But it's been 1 hour, and we'll have to pause it here. And we'll definitely, I think, in future collab again. We'll bring in Prerna and have some more thoughts about AI, maybe in near future, and a lot of interesting things coming up with this podcast series as well, which I'm excited about. And thanks to you, Prerna. Thank you for joining us. And it is absolutely wonderful to hear about AI. What it is a very good interesting insight that you have given us from the woman perspective, that how corporate is working. That was really helpful, and some of the advice that you have given for the youngsters, 20-year-old kid. Thank you so much for that, and see you soon in the next episode. Can't wait for another banger for that. Yeah,
Thank you, Deepak. It was really, really fun and interesting, and happy to answer any questions over the comments in case people have any. We are definitely available to answer those questions. Looking forward to the
definitely.
next connect.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Prerna. And we'll keep Prerna's LinkedIn or probably some social connects in the description, guys. So feel free to check it out as well. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you all.